it's Nathalie. I wanted to share with you this. I'm making a war binder for a friend of mine. This little cover was a mixed media cover. We did this in a class a couple of years ago, and so I'm doing a duplicate for her. But what I wanted to show you is about the tabs. Now what I've done, I've just used cardstock and hole punched it to the right size, and then washi taped, put some pockets in there, and then I've made these little tabs. And so these were all hand cut tabs because I didn't have a, when I did this, I didn't have a tab punch. Well, I have since gotten a tab punch, but it was not exactly what I expected. So this is the punch that I got, and these are the stickers that I got. And I thought, okay, just punch it. But evidently what you do is you punch one and then the other. There's not really much of instructions. And so like you would punch two separate pieces and you would put them on here and then you apply them, and I guess, but it doesn't, it just says punch out tab from desired paper, peel the sticker, and see where you've got right there. It shows you where you're cutting two pieces of paper. Well, this is what I wanted to show you. So I have these tabs that I've punched using this tab punch. And so I'm going to show you how to do this. It's real simple. You can figure it out, but I thought as long as I'm doing this, I might as well make a video. Oh, this is my stash of Gelli print papers and that I use in some of my mixed media stuff. And so I've dug through here. I'm doing her 10 tabs, 10 dividers. That works out pretty good. These were from marbled papers. And so I've already got those 4 cut. But I went through here and picked out some pieces. Where's my scissors? There they are. Buried. Picked out some pieces so that they're not all the same color, so they're all kind of different. And this is a little pattern. This works pretty well. I just cut this myself. And let's see, if I was going to give you instructions about this, it's about a little over 2 inches wide, a 2 by 3. All right. And so I'm just going to use this as a pattern, and I can, since I've already cut this out, then I can see what's, let me turn it to the white side, and so I can see what's going to end up in my tab. And so I'm going to use this as a little template. I like that circle right there. And it doesn't have to be exact, perfect, that size. All right, set that to the side. All right, let me zoom in, and then hopefully I can stay in the frame to show you what I'm doing. Okay, so if I stay right about here, then you can see. Stuff out of the way. All right, there's my pattern. This is the one I'm going to use for my punch, my tab. So I'm going to fold this in half. I'm going to kind of make sure that I've got that little circle part where I want that. And I'm just going to use the back of my scissors to, and I have a little scoreboard, but I'm just going to just crease that so it holds nice and tight. Now, slide this in, and I'm going to, instead of trying to go from the top and then get all that stuff down in there, I'm going to go from the side like that. And catch those edges. There we go. And then I can see what is going to be in my tab. Now, this is where the tricky part is. Let me just show you. All right, I don't want this to cut. So I am going to make sure that I have just the tiniest little bit of width in there. And you could use, if you had a little tiny blade or something like that, you could, let's just do that. And so I can make sure that I have a space, a little gap right there. And I like that circle that's showing there, and maybe not the whole thing. That's good. Now, and because this is cardstock, it's going to pretty much hold in place. Punch that. And there's my tab. And I can either glue this on or stitch it on or washi tape it on. I'll do one more for you. This is a jelly print with a piece of plastic doily. And so there's all the purple. I don't have to stay just exactly, you know, like just because that's the square edge. I don't have to do that. If I wanted to get that part of the pattern, I could do that. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Now down here, I've got a little bit more green pattern, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just get this little purple corner right here. And let's see, I'll do that. And she can choose which side that she wants to use for the main part of her pattern, you know, for the front side of her tab. This is cardstock, so it'll make a nice firm tab for her. Fold this in half. Use my scissors or something. You could use the back of a knife or something like that. All right, slide this in. Again, I'm going to go from the side so that I can kind of guide this just a little bit better. There we go. And then make sure that's what's going to show as my tab. That little design right there. And I've got a little gap I can see at the top. There's a gap right there. My little blade fits right in that. Kind of line that up. Turn it over. Give it a punch. And there's my tab. That little design on the front or back. And then that's the other side of it. And then I've got some labels. I mean, she can hand letter what she wants to put on here. This is like a prayer journal, keeping up with your... This is kind of inspired from the War Room movie. And so I've got prayers and prophecies and inspiration and dreams in my journal. And then I've made her some clear label stickers that have different fonts, that have different words on there, or she can just letter her own. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a little thumbs up and subscribe, and so you'll get notifications when I post something new. Also, hop on over to My Haul Closet, which is my blog, and subscribe there to the blog, and you'll get access to my library of free goodies. I've got some downloadables and some printable things over there. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.